Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
Oh, yes, we do. Thank you very much, Ken Rice, and welcome to the Fan Cave, everyone. Lots to talk about as we get close to the Steelers game. It'll be week 4 for them, week 5 in the NFL, and there's also some changes that are coming for teams this week because of the Tennessee Titans. Welcome aboard, Bob Pompeani tonight, joined by Andrew Fillipponi, 93.7 The Fan, the PM team, and his national shows, CBS Saturday, Sunday. It's the Pony Express. And Andrew, this Tennessee story keeps on going. Another positive test today, and yet the NFL tonight has decided that they will move that game and play that game, at least hopefully next Tuesday night, which changes next week's schedule because now they were scheduled to play a Thursday game, which are going to move to Sunday. How much more of this can the league take and other teams take?
Well, I think as long as the NFL disciplines the Titans for the way this outbreak started and then the way it grew when they were told a couple of times by the league in a memo, the Titans and Vikings were both told, hey, stay away from your facilities. And these guys got together at this very rich hoity-toity high school in suburban Nashville, Bob. I know I wouldn't have been able to afford the tuition at a school like that. It was
what are you talking
so
about?
Nice.
You're a nationally award-winning sports host on the weekends. Come on, as well as your weekday job.
I'm just saying, just a very, very high-end school, and they thought they could sneak off there, and they were warned twice, and they did it anyways. I think I am fine. See, I don't want forfeits. I want games played. And so if we can push things back, I'm fine with that, but there still needs to be someone needs to pay the price for the way that everything had to be rearranged. And now that we know it wasn't by accident, now that we know the Titans could have done a better job controlling it, Bob, I think it's time for Roger Goodell to bring the hammer down on the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, and I agree. I've said all along, too, I don't think forfeits are the way they want to go. They've never had one. They don't want to start that precedent, so they're going to try. Now, this is all predicated on the Titans not having any more positive tests, and this is Thursday going into Friday. It was last week, I believe on Friday, that they determined that the Steeler game would be canceled or postponed. So we'll see what goes on there. But the New England game also had to be moved to a Monday night from a Sunday because of Stephon Gilmore. So this is something that continues to move on. The Steelers seem to be a little annoyed by it. Even Vance McDonald today, Andrew, kind of intimated that, you know what, it screwed up the entire time. He had to drive from his farm back to the facility to get tested when he was supposed to, not have a bye week until later, scrub those plans. So while all of that is understandable, it is what you signed up for. This was going to happen at some point. So I think to your point, and I heard you talk about it today, why complain about it? Mike Tomlin's always had the best attitude, and I applaud him for that. He doesn't consider many other options other than to say, hey, look, we got to do what we got to do. We'll play whenever they tell us.
And I don't know why his players aren't taking that stance. I don't know why I continue to hear Vance McDonald and Juju Smith-Schuster and Ben Roethlisberger before that, complain about how things were flipped upside down on them. Mike Tomlin, I think, should have let everybody know, okay, I'm sure he did, Bob. I'm sure he said, look, this is not the end of the world. We're going to make a couple adjustments. It's not like these guys can go on vacation anyways. It's not like the bye week was going to be spent in, destinations like the Caribbean, Miami. They weren't going to go to South Beach. I know there's a nice hotel in Miami Beach. How about the Fontainebleau, Bob? They can't go down there to these nice places in Florida. They got to stay. Yeah, absolutely. They got to stay put. So I don't really know what they missed out on. They had to do one extra day of practice. Big deal. And the comparison I made on my show was I just refuse to believe if this happened to the Patriots, you would have heard Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski and those guys 4 or 5 days later still complaining about it. They would have been on to the next thing. And the Steelers better get focused on Philly because even though they've been bad, Bob, they got a quarterback that can snap his fingers and turn back into a good quarterback. And I hope it doesn't happen this Sunday against the Steelers.
No, I don't think it will, but you never know. The NFL is one of those things. The Philadelphia Eagles went out west and won a game that not many people thought they would. All right, we have plenty more coming up. We'll talk some hockey when we come back. Baseball, other stuff going on. We'll get into it with Andrew Fillipponi, and we invite you to call us at 412-575-2600, or you can tweet us at KDPomp at the Pony Express. We're just getting started. Get your calls in right now. I'd love to hear from you on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call right here at Pittsburgh CW.